There we go. Okay. Right. There we go. Okay. Back to all this. Wait.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
15. Well, it was holding, but it wasn't letting me. One more of these. Yeah. One more. You can't just. Let go of my thing and it does that.
Oh, bollocks. I've made errors in the count before, but never had this many
Did he? Weird. Yeah. It's one of those extra dull days. I can come in the front door.
Prognosis not good. Will definitely live. And I'd prefer it was otherwise. For personal reasons.
Patient's complexion is still very pale. Recommendation is to continue administering leeches at rate. Looks decent for having been hit on the head. Pupils continue to appear dilated. Patient shows no signs of condition worsening, and it is possible there is internal hemorrhaging. This depends primarily on what's going.
Prognosis not good. Will definitely live. And I'd prefer it was otherwise. For personal reasons.
Greetings, Your Majesty. In a way, we guards are just as much prisoners as the inmates are.
You all around this damn place.
Ah, my queen. I have eagerly awaited your return. I have made an extraordinary discovery.
Just tell her what my men found out, Hobson.
Why, it was a wholly collaborative effort. Without my supervision, who knows when?
Just tell me.
Of course, indeed. As you know, the second prisoner is the alchemist and alleged witch, Mary Godwin. A rather foul and malevolent woman, by all accounts. We have uncovered files on experiments so grotesque, I don't mind admitting I lost part of my supper while reading.
Get to the point, Hobson.
Yes. Well, it seems that before she turned to foul necromancy, she came from a well-to-do family. We believe she may be hiding out at her grandfather's long-abandoned and rather opulent estate.
I have the coordinates. I'll wait for you at the pier. The sooner we capture this woman, the better.
And I shall continue leading the investigation into General Turner. There really seems to be so little information on the man. It's as if he had taken his records with him.
Well, not a bad idea. But
And tired and angry.
yeah, I should just come to the front door, like I had been doing. Oh. Doubted myself on that approach. Man. Yeah, this texture really is not like loading.
I don't mind admitting I'm rather looking forward to more action. Too many years sitting at a desk. The estate has been abandoned for years, but there are definite signs of life here. I think we've found Mary Godwin's hiding place, all right. This place represents everything General Turner despises. Old money, aristocracy, nepotism. You may find when you meet him that you have something in common. You're both revolutionaries.
Then why does he want me dead?
You stopped being a rebel. You became queen.
What was his plan then? Wait. think is...
The Godwins had curious notions about art. No wonder Witchcraft Mary turned out the way she did. She probably grew up looking at these things. I almost feel like they're watching me. The sooner we get off this island.
Still keep pressing the button.
What a surprise. They're alive. Some sort of zoo, but who keeps Balverines? If the Godwins were mad enough to keep Balverines, who knows what else we'll find here. There's the main house. Come on. Witchcraft Mary has to be somewhere in this demented zoo.
Get in my way.
I'd heard her experiments involved electrical currents. They make good deterrents, too. We could use something like this at the keep. Let's go. There must be a way around them.
I mean, the electricity, the other place, being used to keep us
It looks
out.
more and more like Mary swapped one prison for another. Except she's in charge of this one. Another of the rumors about Witchcraft Mary. Necromancy. I never thought there was any truth to it. Someone's definitely been digging up corpses, though. I'm not sure I want to know why. But I'm guessing this has something to do with it. These are like no hollow men I've ever seen. They're much more ancient. They're trying to stay out of the light. It's true, then. Mary has been playing with dark magic. What has does she think in creating Hollow? It's against nature. It's obscene. General Turner can't be planning to create an army out of Balgrunes and Hollow. It's just too preposterous.
Hang on, let me have a fight.
If she successfully created Hollow, I can't imagine what else she's managed to do.
No.
We should collect all her research papers.
Did you give up?
She may belong in a cell,
Yeah.
but this is science the world has never seen the likes of before.
I mean, given that there are properties that you can buy there, but it won't let me at the moment. I think it might be something that changes later.
Ah, hello.
See you online on the
Why
old
not treat
Xbox
yourself to something new?
stuff.
Your friends' locations are kept on record here.
I was just watching Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
Currently up to... Can't complete this process. Please try again.
Huh?
Come on, exit game invite. I'm currently up to Twice Upon a Time.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Message
on
could
that
not
side?
be sent.
Hang on, I'm joining.
Oh.
I think. Hi.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just watching Twice Upon a Time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember Twice Upon a Time?
No.
No? Well, what kind of episode do you think it is?
2 times 0.1. 2 time points.
Not 2 time points.
Or time looped anyway.
Not 2 time loops.
Well, by that I mean like the same day plays out a second time.
No. Well, yes, it kind of, in a way. It's being experienced by the same person 2 points in their lives.
Doesn't look like we're getting around these gates, but there must be some way of cutting the power to them.
Sustained 1 too many epigastric stab wounds. Died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound, plus the 6 or 7 his wife did. Twice Upon a Time is an episode where the 12th Doctor and the 1st Doctor meet up.
I think I can shut this down.
I forgot
It's
that
not
was
too
going
different to the
special.
generator in the Keats torture chamber.
Yep.
Oh,
That's the one where they met.
get ready for some company. Keep those things away from me.
The one
These
before...
circuits are unlike anything I've seen before.
Skeletons are hitting you, right?
Yeah, you gotta go on the light panel.
Once I've finished watching tidying my place,
I'm working as fast as I can.
What you could do is go back and watch old era.
These guys aren't showing.
Yeah, over here.
Right.
They're switching the panel as it's going. Look, now the other one again.
These circuits are unlike anything I've seen before. She must have trained them to protect the generator. That should do the trick.
Yeah, she came just as they introduced that mechanic.
The generator was
Where
quite
there was only
crude.
one
Nothing
platform,
like
so it
Faraday's
didn't
technology.
go out.
What's remarkable is how she's managed to get Hollow Man and Balverines to fight side by side.
One of the
I've never heard of
Warhammer
such a thing happening
magazines
before.
for Combat Patrol.
Okay.
The second issue comes with 3 Von Ryan's Leapers.
Yep. Mini lictors.
Issue 1 comes with Tyranid Prime, as well as a Marine Commando. of
Terminator
some sorts.
Captain.
Who knows? There's too many at this point.
Oh no, I know, because they're using the ones from the Leviathan set.
I reckon once I've...
Because I'd say, yeah, the Space Marine and Tyranid combat patrols are just almost their entirety from the Leviathan box set.
I reckon once I've got the next premium item from the Warhammer Age of Sigmar one, I might cancel that subscription and move to...
Well, we can either try
Combat
to
Patrol
wade through
for
the
a little
rubble,
bit
or
at
we can
least.
find another way in.
Just because obviously, like, I think 40k
Such
is
as that
more
cave over there.
my
It seems more like Witchcraft
thing.
Mary's style, anyway.
than Age of Sigmar, but
Yeah.
I do still like the Sylvaneth.
Yeah, I mean, Martin's
That's
got them
what
as well. So.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, his
Lots of
mostly
pets
came
out of
about
the house.
because it was the leftover from Warhammer Fantasy.
I thought his thing was Wood Elves anyway.
Yeah, but they didn't transfer from Fantasy to Age of Sigmar properly.
No.
The tree
This was
part
probably one
of the
the
Wood
best
Elves
stock
became the
sellers in our
Sylvaneth,
ones. Smells like most of it turned to
but
vinegar.
the elf
It didn't
part
stop someone
kind
from
of got,
emptying these bottles, though.
you know, ignored.
Right.
They for one edition, they put the Wood Elves, the actual elf part, into Cities of Sigmar, alongside what was left of the Dark Elves. But then they, after that edition, they then booted the Wood Elf part out completely. So
I don't know if I'd get the premium subscription this time, because like, what I'm spending £40, and the first
Did you hear
reward
that?
is
Come
a
on.
Dreadnought and a Hive Tyrant,
yeah,
which yeah, that's £85 compared to like the 40, but it's like
Hobbs. I was wondering when we'd come across them.
particularly
It just
care
isn't a
about
proper
the
zoo without
Dreadnought.
Hobbs. We should leave them
So I
sleeping.
could just then
The noise
later
might
spend
alert
it
Godwin.
to get a Hive Tyrant if I ever wanted it. You know?
yeah. Plus, there's
And the
also
subsequent ones aren't that much more interesting. Like, I don't even remember the second one. Third one.
We should step lightly,
comes with
though I doubt any noise on Earth could wake them.
And a 1, and a 2,
yeah. I mean, you've got leagues, so
Is that dead fish talking?
Yeah, but I could just get the
fishy
fucking
chills.
broken.
And when you touch my scales, my little fishy heart
I'm beginning to believe
fails.
Witchcraft Mary sees these creatures not as pets, but as equals.
yeah, that's the one problem with like Gene Stealer Cult and Adeptus Mechanicus both have a problem of
At least the fish are
their
sharp.
army-wise.
Is there
Like
nothing
when people have done
normal
like maths on like value
Come
for
on, let's
money
go
armies,
before it
those
stops
two are the
singing again.
worst performing. Like they just like
Just
the
when
amount
you
of
think
models
it
you
can't
need
get
to
any
make an
worse.
army with them is
In
kind
your
of crazy.
graveyard.
Even though AdMech can
At least there's
do,
only
you know,
one
mass
My return
heavy
to the
armor.
estate has brought me life again. I can
Yeah, they
finally
seem to
continue the work I
auto-turn
was
in the
forced to
books.
abandon. I owe my
here we go.
freedom to one man who understands.
Well, technically custodians and Imperial Knights. / Chaos Knights, because, you know, you can... Imperial and Chaos Knights, while their models obviously are expensive individually, the amount of, you know, you only need like 2 or 3 to make an entire army.
To the whole of Albion.
And custodians, you know, again, a point per model, like really, really high. Tyranids, it depends if you're going monster heavy or swarm heavy.
Swarm heavy is probably the better cost.
No, monster heavy one in a way. You know, because obviously, again, you don't need to buy, you know, a ridiculous number of models.
More hops.
Because when people are considering, like, value, it's more balance of, like, points versus the cost of the kit. I don't know. I mean, my sword is taking them out no problem, so it's not like there's some...
Bad enough. General Turner has got a lot
That
to
didn't make any
answer
sense
for.
what just happened.
We wouldn't be in this mess if he
There's a little
hadn't
bit
won
extra
Witchcraft
flack.
Mary over. Not that I'm surprised. You haven't met him, but believe me, he's
Yeah,
the
so I was
most
bringing the thing out.
charismatic, most persuasive man
Premium
you'll
kit.
ever meet.
So 2 Howling Banshees and a Chaos Demon Prince, which... I like how they say usable in Space Marines and World Eaters. Death Guard can use it as well. Thousand Suns can use it as well.
That's because the Death Guard and Thousand Suns aren't included in the Combat Patrols.
Yeah.
The Combat Patrols subscription.
Broke, yeah, Thunder
I think
King.
the last one's like
The work
Astra
is
Militarum.
complete at
Yeah,
last.
the Rogue Lord Dawn, which is...
Day of purification.
It was
has
decent,
come.
and then the recent balancing updates kind of made its little brother better again.
You can see by looking at the premium stuff why it's like, I just don't feel like it's worth it. It's like, if I really, like, before it was like focused on 4 armies, right?
Yeah.
We must be getting close to her.
This time it's
Whatever she's been doing with these creatures, we're going to find out soon.
Yeah.
Better
I
get
guess
your
it's because
weapon
they're
ready.
trying to appeal to
I'm
more
noticing a
people with
pattern
it.
here. We walk in, things try to kill us.
But like,
Told you.
Ew.
it just means that I'm less interested in getting them. Because if I were to, I'm paying 160 and of those models,
Only a sick mind could have created this
I'm not
nightmare.
exactly keen on most of them.
I mean, that's to say why I'm trying to keep an eye out on certain ones.
Yeah, that's why I do the subscription.
What are those fads?
That's also if you want to figure out those. And those ones, I think.
None of these creatures were meant to be.
£6.99, you get 3 of those, Von Ryans.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing as well is the Von Ryan Leapers. I get like for some of them, it's just like they're so much cheaper than if you bought the actual kit.
So if I do end up getting the,
What has she been doing to these creatures?
I'd be getting another batch for £7.
Yeah.
Like, they still have normal stones then.
I'm not sure how much more of this place I can take.
I perhaps pick up another one.
Yeah.
They're cool models. I think they're cool.
Can you hear that? It
And
must
for
be her.
the amount they
Come
cost.
on.
Yeah. Which, like I say, it's.
I just don't want to have to hassle with trying to find, like trying to get on at a certain time to be able to get models. Like, did you manage to even get the ones that you were looking for last time?
No, because their website went down for maintenance, and yeah, that was just when obviously when it was back up, it was already sold out. So somehow they sold out of them while the website was closed for maintenance.
That's just how fast those things fell out.
I know, but it was just kind of annoying as well because it was a case of, well, I was I was here the entire time, and yet the moment the website went live again, it was already they were already gone.
I get the feeling we're not going to be able to get her back in her cell.
Yeah.
Well, that backfired, didn't it?
You cannot defeat me. I am one with the ancient creatures of this world.
Yeah, you mentioned that, yeah, Von Ryan Leapers, though, so you could buy that issue for... Oh, the other one. No, that's one. Damn it. Damn it! No. Yeah, the Von Ryan Leapers, say you can buy the magazine with them for £7. An actual box of them is £31.50. Three. Yeah, like some of them are. Some may, the difference is like some where they've split it over multiple issues. By the time you've got all the issues, it becomes sort of negligible. Probably it's because, well, but don't forget the one thing that, the reason that, some third-party stores can get away with doing them cheaper than LGW does is obviously A, bulk buying.
Kill me, I beg you.
So obviously, they buy a bulk load for cheaper.
We should take her back to the keep.
And
she needs special
well,
care.
B, don't forget, all these other companies have... usually have other ways they're getting income coming.
Everything's going to be all right.
GW are just reliant on what they sell and make. Because
Copies in W.H. Smith's, I'll pick them up.
yeah, a Hive Tyrant kit is only £40.
We'll do what we can for her.
I always thought it was more than that because it is a pretty decent sized model.
She needs more help than we can give her. We still need to find General Turner.
That says something, doesn't it? Like, if you haven't realised
Perhaps
how
Hobson and my men have
that thing is actually cheaper than you think it is. Yeah, what are the other ones you get in that for Tyranids? Load of gaunts. Like...
Essentially, the kits are almost identical to a combat patrol.
They are. That is what they've done here. Each of the armies in, they have just included their it's just their combat patrol boxes.
Not exactly. They've swapped out one model for a different model. That's all they've done.
For who?
For each of them.
Some of them have got extra, but...
Look at the Chaos Space Marine one.
Hold on, I'm just looking. The Tyranid one... Tyranid 1 is all that they get in their combat patrol, plus the Parasite.
Look at the...
Space Marines is the same, but with the addition of the Champlain on bike. So yeah, Chaos Marine, let me bring up... Come on, open that up. Combat patrol. Obviously, bear in mind that GW have been replacing them lately. So yeah, that combat patrol is the old Chaos Space Marine one.
That it doesn't have the Ritualist.
Yeah, like I said, it's the old one.
Did the old one not have the ritualist guy?
No. Plus, the new one also does not have Terminators.
Yeah, Terminators was the one that was added.
But yeah, that I mean, the World Eaters one doesn't even line up with their one actually either, does it? No, because they've added the Mauler Fiend to that. So they've made a couple of tweaks, but it is all based on what the combat patrols were up to the redo of the Space Marine and Tyranid ones. Because...
when they made them £100.
Yeah. Which, bear in mind, as some people have pointed out, for the Tyranid and Space Marine one, you can buy one of the starter boxes, and it's cheaper.
I remember when the...
Yeah, here we go, yeah. So, yeah, what you can do is you buy the standard starter set. All that is missing is one model from each side to complete their combat patrols. But you could buy those models individually cheaper than if you bought their combat patrol part. Yeah, like some of the pricing decisions are kind of, you know, like, how did anyone think that was a good idea? What's happened here?
What's happened where? Oh. Oh.
Well, that door is open that you said exists.
What happened?
It was Turner. He's been here all along. He never left the island.
Where's Hobson?
You took him. Turner's been playing with us, playing with you. This is what he wanted all along, to lure you into a trap. He's been using hidden passages behind the walls. He's somewhere in the prison. I don't care what happens to Hobson, but we have to find Turner. He left through here.
I don't care what happens to Hobson either, do we?
Nah.
Yeah.
What's he really done for us? There was a line earlier, though, that kind of is a bit of an awkward one in regards to Turner.
Talking to those I trust most, engaging the mood of the troops.
So our character asked this guy, like, why does he want to kill us now? And it's like, you know, he's saying like you two are similar, you know, rebel leaders and whatnot. And it's like, well, why now kill me? Because you're now the queen. And it's just like, but he wanted to take down our brother. What was he going to do for leadership afterwards?
He didn't want to take down our brother. He wanted to take down the monarchy.
Yeah, well, particularly though the brother. Because they're saying it's the brother that turned him against the monarchy.
But yeah.
But what was he planning for leadership afterwards then?
I don't know, democracy.
This is the pit. If he's hiding with all these
I mean,
lunatics...
you can have democratically operating monarchies.
Yeah. The right way.
Set them free. Bastards, set them free.
I like how the guy was saying that before the cells even opened. And anything was hinting the cells were going to open. say, what was he attacking? Cells. One's inside a cell that hadn't even opened yet. Well, I was saying that the big thing, though, like I was saying earlier with Gene Stealer cults, is they are a very character-driven horde army.
Stay here. I can deal with Turner alone.
Sure you can.
Like,
you're not exactly alone, are you?
There might be more coming.
no, I mean at minimum we have the dog.
I'll hold them off while I can.
It's like they. Oh, hey.
Those chairs were being used in the end, weren't they?
I mean, the fact that it was teasing us with interactions earlier kind of implied something was going to happen.
There was no third prisoner. It was all him.
Hey, I correctly predicted he was going to betray
your
us.
treatment, Your Majesty.
How he didn't get fried as well is mystery, especially with all that metal.
You're awake, Your Majesty. Good. I was afraid I might have set too high a charge. But then...
Yeah, I know. They couldn't render our arms or legs.
Hobson was mistaken.
This is the first
There was
time
a
that we've
third
ever been
prisoner.
first person.
General Turner, the finest soldier I ever served under, the finest man I ever knew, died 6 months ago. I couldn't save his life, but I wasn't going to let everything he believed in die with him. You see, it's time for a true revolution. And how does one bring down a queen? How does one bring down a hero? By becoming one. Forgive me, Your Majesty.
Well, he's got the general's body probably somewhere, and afterwards will most likely be like, hey, they killed your queen, but I killed them. Now I rule.
To the end of kings and queens.
Yeah, well, what do you think we're going to have to do?
All hail the Queen of Albion.
Do you see now who the real enemy is?
I am you. And only one of us can live.
No, not the dog!
my dog, alone.
Well, that was kind of unexpected.
Do you know how many people I've seen die? How much blood I've seen spilled on the ground? And how many wasted away?
I wonder if, like, because they showed the firepower, I wonder if it really is affected by what I've got equipped.
You called yourself a revolutionary, but what changed?
No, it's not, because they're using a pistol, not a rifle.
What gives you the right to dictate our lives?
That's like the...
Your hero blood.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, equipment-wise.
Well, now it's
While they mimic the clothing and whatnot, they don't mimic our gear loadout.
I don't know which.
The one with red. Also, Mike got the sword that sparks lightning. Like, surely that's enough of a hint. Another hint is I actually have.
I've seen how you make decisions.
Wait, the Balverines
I know
about?
how to be you. And as Queen of Albion,
Are they attacking? They're attacking them.
Forever. I watched Turner rot in his cell, too sick to save. I took care of him as best I could. And I learned the truth about supposed glory. Two identical heroes can't overcome each other. You'd be locked in battle forever, always, evenly matched. But I made sure the prisoners on this board did some of my work. Now, I'm stronger. I've watched you use these powers time and again, but to feel them coursing through me, it's incredible.
The hero potion was the...
You showed your worth when you spared Faraday's life, but as long as you wear the crown, you are the enemy.
You know what it reminds me of?
I know many who wouldn't have taken it on.
Somewhat, with it's obviously fully done.
Decide the fate of a whole country.
Because
do what is necessary to protect his nation. When I sit on the throne of Albion, I will reverse every bad decision you ever made, and then I will free the people from the rule of the crown.
No, like they act like the idea of the person actually following through, because it was during one of the big crossovers for all the Arrowverse shows, where which was in the build-up for Crisis, but you had the villain like copy Supergirl's powers. But obviously, because that was the one that he'd witnessed, because Superman not being on that Earth. And Supergirl just calls him out for like, what, you wanted my powers, but you didn't want to go the full distance?
Another revolution has failed. Perhaps it's as it should be.
It was just kind of, in a way, funny. It was like basing off of her, yet not actually wanting to switch.
Just remember this, Queen. Albion doesn't need you to sit on its throne. One day, the people will claim their freedom.
That was quite an extraordinary...
you lived.
...unpleasant turn of events, if you don't mind me saying so. I never did trust Commander Milton, of course, but to attempt a coup by taking your place, why, it's diabolical. His death should serve as an example to all. And to think he was loyal to a traitor like General Turner. We should be thankful the General was a rather sick man when he was imprisoned, or Milton might have let him walk free.
Well.
The Sanctuary shop has some new...
Is there anything to actually buy on this island?
Demon door.
There is?
Yeah. Wearing prisoner clothes.
Well, I don't see where this demon door is.
It's on the island.
Yeah, because I'm just looking around on the island and yet...
Seen it. I've been to it. It's on the island.
Oh. Wait, is that it there? It's not showing the demon face on it. Well, I guess, do I have a prisoner's outfit?
Any other business to attend to? You have several new suits. Those will make dressing easy.
No, I don't have the prisoner's outfit. Let's... So who's on? Got the Goldwyn Estate. Then Clockwork Island. Okay, we can go back to Clockwork Island because there is actually a thing going on there now. Saw a thing about like an NPC saying about rebuilding the place, so I guess that's probably what we need to do.
Take a pleasant trip on our luxury ship.
Hello, and welcome to Clockwork Island, where a wonderful vision of the future awaits you. How very gracious of you. Please return the materials to me as soon as possible. I am a social robot, and having no one to talk with is causing me agony and rust. Why the Professor programmed me to be able to experience agony is beyond my ability to comprehend. He is a great man.
Alright. Find the parts. Yeah, it doesn't give us a friggin' trail to follow. Hold on, I'm just gonna read the actual mission thing. Find the parts of it. Yeah. Nope, no golden trail whatsoever. That's great. How are we supposed to find where everything's off?
I have tried in vain to construct a sock puppet that I might converse with.
Around
Alas,
where we were searching.
there are no socks on Clockwork Island.
Trying to get to the
Well, in the factory area, probably. In the warehouse and whatnot.
If it changed back for some reason.
Yeah, probably should as well.
I hope everything is in order. I always thought...
Where was that side path?
Persona 6.
The park has been open for a whole month now, and I can say without reservations that it is an extraordinary success. The public adores my creations, and as I predicted, the street of the future is proving to be my greatest draw. Tomorrow I travel to Miss Peak, where I will oversee the maiden voyage of the improved monorail. I think this design is the safest yet.
What? Where's my dog gone? Where? Oh, where? Where? There. Oh hey, this is the bit we couldn't get to before. Iframes! Ah, over here.
Door open down here now. Or something, I don't know.
That's the electrical thing now disabled. 2 more. that wasn't the way. I need to go back down.
What's up here even where we want to be to get to the door that opens up? I think it's down there, isn't it?
The door?
It's warehouse buildings, I thought.
Which building was it? This building... No, wait, it was the building over there. Oh, wait, I dropped... There's still, what, 2 parts left anyway to find. One of the parts. Treasure chest. Oh, and the other component.
After years of imprisonment, I have finally returned to my beloved island. I thought I would never see it again. My industries may have been handed over to that unscrupulous villain Reaver, and my name may have been struck from all official records, but at least I am with my creations once again. If Logan or whoever sits on the throne now still wishes to take them, they will find me prepared.
Doors locked. Yes, I wonder if we'll open some more doors once we have repaired the place.
I have tried in vain to construct a sock puppet that I might converse with. Alas, there are no socks on Clockwork Island. The first component. Very good. I will begin assembly immediately. Step 1. Wait for you to deliver an additional component so that I have something to attach the first to. Initiating patience mode. You have acquired an additional component, and my gratitude is boundless. It was 0.75 when you agreed to help me. It is now 1.0. Thank you for acquiring this component. I will incorporate it into the build. Thank you for acquiring this
glitched out on my
I will
stream.
incorporate it into the build. Thank you for acquiring this component. I will incorporate it into the build. This is the final component. Now I can complete my work. Thank you, and please do not get in my way. My companion is now fully assembled, and there was nothing left over from the construction save 4 screws and a worm gear. Ha ha. I made use of my jocularity mode there, of course. All that remains is to activate the new unit. Hello, I am Huxley. You are not Huxley, I am Huxley. Please do not become confrontational with your guide, as I am only here to help. How can I be of service?
Not gonna get on well, are they?
Yep. Let's see what other questions can we do.
Oh, do the one that takes us and gets us the final golden key.
Temple's treasure. That's not it. Do you know what the quest is called? Alright, because that's the thing, like,
It's gonna end up being a guessing game.
Well, let's try this quest then. Obviously, yeah, one's to do with the flowers, which well, that's not going to.
Fine beards made of actual human hair.
So this one.
Your Majesty, I'm sure you could.
Oh, geez.
Excellent. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'm sure his predictions will prove useful to you.
Okay, let's just stick with the trail rather than trying to. So, where are you taking us, trail?
place?
Pardon?
This isn't the right place.
Well, this is where the trail is taking us.
Okay,
Oh, well, we don't know. It might just take us there after. Or, you know, it's a quest chain. We'll do X quest or not Y quest. Okay. Kill. Okay. This is getting ridiculous. Oh, one of you is alive. Eesh, where is this? Oh, there's a tent out here now. Jeez, you live in a very dangerous spot.
I never did see what was all the way in the in that place, did we?
Yeah.
The bit where we had to kill the guy to like open up the area. Back in Mornwood.
Yeah. Anyway, where are you? So, your hammer's up here, glitching out like anything, but you're like down the hill still on my position. Hold on.
You might have a look at...
That fixed it. Yeah, I do not see you at all. Yeah, like the game's broken again. It's saying you're all the way down the hill with the little.
Well,
Yeah,
I am
with
now. I guess doing that is an interesting way of doing a shortcut. Here I am now.
Weird. You coming up or not? No. It still says you're all the way down the hill.
What are we doing up here then?
I've got, like, it needs you. It says waiting for other player.
Greetings,
Now
Your
you're here.
Majesty.
Then
I
it's
knew
teleported you
would come
away
even
again.
before you arrived. I saw you come over the horizon. What brings you to this place?
Yeah, now it's waiting for you again.
Leave it like this.
A brain. Did my disciple send you then? Excellent.
Nope, it kicked you away again.
Leave us in the interact mode.
No, because it boots us out of it. Because I didn't press anything that time, and it still kicked you out.
A long
Yeah,
time
kicked
has
you out
passed
again.
since I had a fresh delivery, and all the old brains.
But
have
it
said
does
their
start him talking again. Yep, now do it again. So intention is to plug in the webcam and just show that my controller is not being touched, and it keeps doing this.
Ah, the brain speaks from beyond the dark veil.
And again. Like, he does one line and then you've got to do the thing again because it just keeps booting you away.
Yes? Yes? What? Oh, how rude.
And again. This sucks.
Trying to interact with you, but I can't get the button to appear. Can you move a little bit?
How's that?
Perfect.
You never know what you're going to get when you talk to the dead. That fellow had quite a mouth on him. Metaphorically speaking.
And next.
But no matter. I thank you, Your Majesty, for the delivery. My people and I shall not forget you.
And more.
Back bit.
Huh?
you step back a bit, please?
Oh. I'm still a distance away on my screen.
It appears me.
There. Quest over.
Yes, Your Highness.
So that didn't do it. So the other one.
Hello.
See about this one. Yeah.
Some say the Western Ocean is...
Well, that was it. The only thing was that...
At your orders, Mom.
That's... No. Which region was it in? The Sands.
One missing the golden key.
Go there. Whoa! What the? That was a very awkward spawn. Where was the place?
Side of the desert.
At your command.
Why was this leading me in here?
That was probably the cruelest of all of the Doctor's companions.
Huh?
Greetings, Your Majesty.
What about all the companions?
It was probably the cruelest of all of them.
Who was? So that's not coming through.
Bill.
Oh, Fate, right. Sorry, I thought you meant like they were the cruelest.
No, the cruelest fate.
Yeah.
He had a whole blossom. Surgery.
Which was the proto-Cyberman stuff as well.
And then leave the Doctor with save her, so she gets all pennies. The Doctor to go down the lift. And by the time that he came down, she had been fully converted. That's
Couldn't go back up there. That was where we arrived.
so if it's not this, would it be alright?
Door, but said door will not open without a key, but it opened.
Did it?
Yeah.
That's strange.
So I just pressed the interact on it, and yeah, so it still said door not open without a key, but it opened, so...
Have the key.
Hmm?
Maybe we just have the key.
Yeah. Maybe they just changed how you got it in a patch at some point. Ooh, that was... Okay. Whoa. That was a warning that came from nowhere. So we gotta be careful then. Yeah, some of these are traps. Probably we can just set multiple paths, so it's just... So I'd assume this one probably would. Yep. Okay. Nope. So there's not one. Yeah, there isn't exactly a hint sometimes to which one is the bad one, you know.
I guess not.
But it's not like this is doing a mirror thing either, so I can't exactly work off a mirror image, can I?
There's really much of a point in standing on like this one here.
Yeah. Yeah, but when there was, you know, 3 options. Oh, that's that open.
Open up over there.
Okay, see, I know that one made more sense to be the correct one, but it wasn't.
It's because we'd already opened up a path from that platform.
No, because we did one where it let us do, like we just did one where it let us do 2. So, I don't know sometimes. Right.
This way only had like one correct path.
Oh, go key.
I'm the key master.
Yeah. So where is there a golden door to open?
In places. Did you open the one that was in the place? In Brightwall?
Brightwall,
In the academy.
Yeah.
What about the one where we had to deal with those childish brothers?
I don't think so. Like, it's one of those 2 I haven't opened, let's put it that way. I think Brightwall is the one I do. Where were the brothers? Millfield? No. Yeah, Morningwood. That's one of the 2. I'm certain it's one in the academy I've opened. Hey, Savannah. Wait, wasn't it over here? Oh no, this was the fire door thing, wasn't it? Yeah.
Let's do that, don't we?
No, it wasn't it.
We haven't completed down there.
Well, let's finish where we were going first. Or we were going to check first over here. Oh, that's a lot of them. I mean, we kind of just get wrapping things up now. Not really much left.
Few, like, bits left. There's loads of quests to do. But we've done all the gnomes, we've got all the keys. We're just right now finding the remaining golden doors.
Yeah.
Books we have to
Yeah, like these kind of last bits, like there's not, especially because with them, there's no like little thing keeping like track of them, you know, in each zone.
So you never know if you found all the ones in a particular zone or not.
So at least with like gnomes and keys, we have a thing that says. Alright, so remember where the gold door was in here?
Yeah, I do.
What are you doing? Yeah, I'm this one. Yeah, let's go see about the dark guy, I guess. Nope, can't shortcut there. Are we hoping that I might be able to do a different game tomorrow? Providing deliveries have happened.
Still haven't got it yet.
No, I haven't received a message at all. Although given like how, you know, the computer system's got screwed up, you know, it might be a case of, well, you know, like they haven't got my number to actually text me. So I've got to be in Hemel tomorrow, so I need to go to the big boot, so it's not hard to go and check while I'm there. Though, as a sign of how big Space Marine 2's been doing. Argos and Curry's are both completely sold out of copies of the game. And along with a few other places as well. Uzimoto? I don't know what the name there is. If you have a better way of referring, please let me know though, but welcome. I mean, like, the one bit that was the case was, where is he? No, not there. Because, yeah, it was like over the weekend, just from the early access sort of, you know, bit, the game hit the highest player count ever for a Warhammer game on Steam. No. This one's called Alex.
People called Alex.
Good to see you, Your Majesty.
Where is,
This looks like one of those things where you
can't
need
open
to
it.
hit... Oh, look.
Yeah, question mark through that door, yeah. No, I'm not in need of any of that sort of thing. Uzo, thank you for offering.
Ah, welcome.
Search the temple for the lever handle. Okay. Dark Sanctum key.
Excellent. Hurry back once you found it. We need to get the barbecue going.
Where are we?
Right, yes.
Where are we going with this? So, the gold sparkle trail is like going and constantly changing where it wants me to go. Right. Yeah, I mean, there you go. I interacted with that door and it still flashed up the door is locked, even though the game had just given me the key. So I think, yeah, you get keys and the game still doesn't register. Oh, you've got it now.
One of these.
More of this.
You're gonna stand on so many incorrect buttons.
Well, that was... Do you really think it would be that simple? Oh! Well, didn't need to stand on incorrect buttons there, did we? Stood on the correct one and got attacked. Okay. Yeah, that one. Maybe it's never the same one twice in a row. No, it can be. Alright, well there went that theory. Hey, at least there was a worthwhile theory to test. Not wrong. I keep going for the B button, and it's not the B button for running. Thank you, Matt. Thanks for the follow. I mean, if I need like any art design, Alex here is an artist, so that's the thing. It's kind of covered, if you get what I mean.
In all fairness, though, a lot of my time is spent at work.
I know.
More crows.
Then there's still something that goes.
Hey, I mean, I want someone to do a good job.
Okay, it's down. I love that this place just punishes you for going for the correct one as well.
I think we can go wrong here, right? Well, look. Back there.
Yeah. Well.
I even get to that, I do not know.
So right now, let's focus on, you know, I guess it cleans up, and as part of the next stage of this place is like excavations. So I guess we'll just take it back for the minute.
Yeah, I imagine that's one of the things we need to hit in order to open up that other door.
Yeah. Indeed.
Oh, come on, my stomach's rumbling. You found it? Oh, we are going to have such a feast tonight. Have you seen who we're having for dinner?
Anyway, can't thank you enough. You've been a real help. We owe you. The cause of evil owes you.
Yeah, this is going to end badly, isn't it?
Yeah, we just gave him a sacrificial pit.
Yep.
Say, you're an evil sort. Would you like to do the honors before you go? Inaugurate our new dark sanctum and that. You deserve it after all you've done.
It's all I have.
Well, that's a surprise. Sudden attack of stupid ethics or something, is that it? No, can't be that, surely. Maybe you've already eaten. Yes, that must be it. Anyway, up to you. If you change your mind, though, just come back and I'll put a peasant on the barbie for you. Really, whenever you want. Like when you fancy a snack or there's someone you want to get rid of or whatever. Anytime.
I actually thought he was still going to pull the lever just
the
because.
sanctuary shop?
I was curious to see if I would go down.
Doesn't put a new quest in. Well, we're going to have to walk back to it, but I'm going to reload the entire area.
Sometimes new quests appear after doing other quests.
I mean, considering how many quests I've got left. I mean, the only other base game ones I've got left are collect the flowers and collect the books. The only thing that's kind of a quest left is, like in Morningwood, there's the Demon Door and the Mortar minigame. So,
Oh.
maybe there is just no more quests there, and it's...
Ancient and war weary edifice is quite interested in weaponry. You can open that door, you know.
What do I need for that?
A legendary weapon.
Oh, okay. Well, where was that Demon Door then?
By the other end of Morningwood. They're
right.
on the complete opposite side.
Well, at least
Could you not warp to the other side. It's so much quicker.
Can we?
Press X to warp.
I did. The time, like, I did it this time. Last time you told me to warp to the other end of a map, it still put us back at the start. So, you know, sometimes it will do it, other times it won't do it.
Over here.
Oh yeah, I see him. Just, like, it can be funny if it wants to actually put us at each end.
Now that's what I'm talking about! With that catastrophic instrument of death in your hands, you could bring an end to all conflict for all time. Well, it's now a foregone conclusion that war will soon be obsolete. So my work here is done. Ta.
That's 4 of them done. 2 of them are just... Planet... Wow, I did not expect this. Space.
I push button.
Military...
I push button. I push button.
Well, the reward wasn't really that good.
Yeah, but this place. Look at it.
Hey, we're on Mars. Okay, this is more Mars. Right. Let's, in the last few minutes, see if we can go. Let's go and check that thing.
Look at that sun.
It doesn't change it for me when you do it.
Weird. Changed to when you did it.
Oh, weird. Let's see if we can quickly get back to the... Okay, I'm going to see if I can actually do this. It's near to the... Right, does it take us to the sanctum? Aimed at it. No, it doesn't. Well, let's try the other spot near it. Aim at the fort. Okay, well, at least we can get to the fort. Yeah, things have changed here now.
Yeah.
And people are being sick.
Sick everywhere. Oh look, down there.
Oh. Oh. Wall.
Seems drunk.
Come on.
Lovely. His is just the super drunk one. And a torture device.
Yeah. So I guess, yeah, get the other one, it opens the other door. Just an emerald.
Leave up.
You should keep checking my shop. You never know when I might have a sale on.
Is it not better to own a priori than to lose
Mm. Oh. I heard that behind me. Yep. Oh, hello, this one needs more. Oh. Oh geez, this one's gonna need... This one's a speed one. It reset very quickly. Alright, now it's actually going to work. Keep moving. Oh. Oh, we got to go and light those.
No, yeah, the ones over here.
Sorry, I saw the one up here, that's the thing. Nope, not far enough. Oh, two of them.
Following up behind.
Nutritious products to
They were just waiting for me to catch up. This better be worth it. More enemies in here. light the fire. Okay. Guess. Do have to do both path things then.
Looks like.
So, what do we get for this? The tenderizer. Oh. So,
hello.
it's a new hammer.
Your arsenal contains new weapons.
Yeah. That's entirely connected to doing evil things. But I guess I can do one last thing. Yeah. Go back and find, there it is. That's all the chests opened. Then I'm trying just
Then for the day.
yeah, I mean, it looks like that's just going to be it for this as a whole.
More thoughts? Is it got you excited for the new Fable game.
Put it this way, like,
less...
they really need to modernise a lot.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably some bits in here that were probably ahead of its time, like, you know, same-sex marriages.
Well, normally when anything that did it back then, it was kind of always played off for jokes and whatnot, so at least they weren't playing it as a joke.
Here is where you can find
I think that's the main thing.
the more esoteric aspects of your adventuring experience.
We'll see what ends up being played tomorrow.
Not entirely certain I'm using esoteric correctly there, but no matter.
Right.
Hoping it will be.
Hmm?
Is the campaign co-op?
For what, Space Marine 2? Yeah. Like, it was the one thing that was heavily demanded in the original game. Because you had 2 AI companions with you for most of the game, and, well, the AI on them was useless. And it was a case of, well, why can't we do multiplayer?
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, Space Marine 2's
Well,
got...
If it's not ready tomorrow, then...
We can...
Well,
Life of years. Lies, not life.
Lies of... Yeah, that's a film.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do more than that. So, yeah, we'll see. And then if over the weekend we might end up just digging through Game Pass again for anything else. Night.